P.P Arnold is a soul singer who began her career as an Ikette with the Ike and Tina Turner Revue in 1965. Arnold enjoyed considerable success in the UK with her singles The First Cut is the Deepest and Angel of the Morning. Earlier this year she released her autobiography Soul Survivor, and now P.P Arnold is returning with the sensational festive tune It Won't Be Christmas Without You, an instant classic for the holiday season. And P.P Arnold is of course on the line with us. How are you today?
I'm doing real good. I haven't got into the Christmas spirit like you have. You got all the tree and your jumper and everything.
Yeah.
I have to get on my gig and get it happening over here.
Yeah, for sure. Now, this Christmas single that you've got, It Won't Be Christmas Without You, without sounding too smarmy here, I think it's one of the best Christmas songs I've ever heard.
Oh, I am so glad you said that because I feel the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I've never recorded a Christmas song before. And this one, the universe gave it to me. I really needed something to help me kind of bridge like the book and moving into 2023. And, it's been a while since my last album, The New Adventures of P.P Arnold, that was released in 2019. That was produced by Steve Craddock, and we toured it, and we were in Scotland as well.
Wow.
Touring that album. And, of course, 2020 was supposed to be the year for everybody.
Yeah.
So COVID kind of sabotaged the success of that recording. And so this is the first recording, even though I'm getting ready to go in the studio and record some new material. This is the first thing that I've recorded that's actually been released since 2019.
Yeah.
And so the song was supposed to be, Cher was going to do it.
Wow.
But Cher couldn't do it. And so I got it.
Yeah.
I got it, and I had never recorded a Christmas song again before. And the guys Patrick and Mark and at Metrophonic, the Metrophonic Productions, Brian Rawlings, those guys, my solicitor knows Brian. And so, it is sometimes is who you know.
Yeah.
And so luckily the song came to me and I loved it immediately because it was like, it reminded me of being a teenager, in the 60s. And it's got the whole wall of sound and the good kind of Ronette sound. And, I was an Ikette, so I was in a girl group. And so it just took me back. And it was just like, even though it has, I guess most Christmas songs have a kind of melancholy kind of theme about it, but it still has that joy and it's got all those bells. It's just got everything a Christmas song should have.
Yeah.
And then they've got me on there. Yeah. So it was great. At first I thought, wow, being from the 60s, I wanted the vocal to sound young, because, but, as you get older, sometimes, not sometimes, a lot of the times, I have to change keys and bring things down a little bit because my voice it's still quite very powerful, but it's very rich. So I wanted to get a sound that sounded young. I wanted to sound young, and I think I do.
And I was thinking that about the 60s thing because it's got elements of the 60s that kind of remind you of the Phil Spector Christmas album, and yet it still sounds fresh and like it could be a hit in today's world.
Well, I'm hoping so. See, the song has got the best of both worlds. It's got that whole Phil Spector sound, wall of sound, and it's got me that was there then, and I'm still here now going strong. So I still have, even though I'm a 60s artist, I like to think I like to keep my vocals fresh.
Yeah.
You know, and the way I project it. And it's just a cute song, you know. So move over, Mariah.
Yeah. Well, she's officially not the Queen of Christmas, according to the official copyright laws, apparently.
Oh, well, that's good to know. At least so that's more of a chance for me to be heard this year.
Yeah.
You know.
And you mentioned that you've never recorded a Christmas song before. Have you ever wanted to?
Well, this is the first time that I've got the opportunity to do a Christmas song. I'd like to do a Christmas album. I'd like to do a Christmas album singing Christmas songs, you know, like we used to sing them. I grew up in the church singing with my family, you know, with my brothers and sisters, and I was born into a gospel family. So that's my heritage. And we sang arrangements of like Silent Night and you know, all of those beautiful classic songs in a very, very soulful way. And I would really love to do that, to be able to do that. And, you know, if I live long enough, hopefully I'll get the chance to do that.
What are your hopes for this song? Because I think it has the chance to be quite intergenerational, isn't it? People who are into 60s music and people that are just into today's music, because as I say, it strands both and it's catchy no matter who's listening to it.
Well, I really hope it does just that. I really hope that I do just that, period, at this time in my career. And I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of people, they think that because of my age, you know, I mean, that I don't have a younger audience, and you know, I have loyal fans. I have a really loyal, beautiful, loving, retro fan base. But I believe that there's a lot of kids out there who are into retro music that don't know about me. And I am still here, you know, and I have a distinctive, different sound by I was always produced and recorded in the UK. Yeah. So I'm like, you know, my sound is like slightly different. So yeah, so like I'm thinking I would love to be able to hit. I've got a girl, somebody on this with me, because everybody says, "Oh no, you know, you can't get more engagement on Instagram or TikTok." You know, this is a young girl. Listen, music has no age. I'm sorry, and I think that I've aged pretty well too. I'm still looking good. I may not look. I may not look like 18. I just did a video for a little video clip for this song where I was wearing all the kind of 60 wigs and everything. But, you know that I can't look exactly like I looked back then. But it was like fun to do that for the video. Yeah. But I love the have you seen the image for the CD cover? Have you seen that yet?
If it's for this Christmas single, I don't think I've seen it, no.
Well, if you go on my media, if you go on my Instagram and my Facebook and everything, you can see it. So I've used a really beautiful 60s image of myself. Wow. And this guy, his name is the Seasick Sailor, and he does, you know, like he does paintings of like images, of retro images. Yeah. So he's done a great cover for me, and he had already sort of painted this image of me, and I got him to like do the whole Christmas thing. So I think it's really cute. I think it's really good. I think the cover really matches the song, and you know, and the spirit of now and then. And so I'm still here, everybody. You know what I mean? And music doesn't get old You know what I mean? It's like the kids would love to hear my music. I think so, because my music is really youthful.
Yeah. And didn't Elton John get the Christmas #1 last year? So just goes to show.
Well, exactly. You know, well, Elton's going to get it. Whenever he appears, he's going to get something because he's well known. But I want all those guys to kind of move over and give me some. You know, give me some space. Those guys are my peers. I remember Elton when he used to come to my house and played when he was Reggie, and all of that. You know, but like, of course, those guys are big. You know, those are my peers, and my career has taken on a different direction for many reasons. You know, like just like bad luck, tragedies, making wrong decisions, and things. But I've never given up. I've always been able to survive through the different decades because, working with younger artists, and people like really collaborating with a lot of people. And so like I've done so much work in my 50-odd years of being in the industry, and people think, oh, P.P. Arnold is the legend that is P.P. Arnold. And that's lovely. All those accolades and things are lovely. But, I'm still struggling. I'm still an independent Black female artist out here stepping out on the faith every day. So I want people to know that. And I really hope they like this record and support this record, because with the record and my autobiography that was released in July and has received number 18 Best Books of 22 for Rough Trade.
Wow.
And also number 8 Uncut magazine has made it its number 8 Best Book of the Year. So, I'm hoping that I can marry the book with all those tales of the 60s and everything of P.P. Arnold. People want to really know about P.P. Arnold. It's all in that book, and there's a lot to. So I'm promoting the book, and then with the single, hopefully I can end 2022 on a very high note.
Yeah, if you can hit it.
Yeah, I can hit it.
And you're still very much here and hopefully making music for many more years. So what made you decide that now is the right time to release an autobiography?
Well, I wrote the book in the mid-90s, and I've been trying to get a publishing deal before now, but the right deal didn't come along. And, sometimes a couple of companies had approached me, but it just wasn't right. So you just say no. And then I was sitting in my house in Spain during lockdown, and I received an email from Pete Selby from 9/8 Books to say that he heard that I had written a book and could he read it. So 9/8 Books is a new subsidiary of Bonnier Books that deals with music biographies and music books. So he asked me if I would send him, could I send him something to read? So I sent him about 4 chapters, right? And then he came straight back to me. He goes like, can I read more? So I go like, okay. So I sent him another 10 chapters, right? And then he came right back and he said, can I read the whole book? And he goes, if I read the book and I like it, I want to make you an offer. And so he came back a week later, loved the book, and made the right offer. He had the right enthusiasm. He understood my book, because my book is not just about the music industry. It's about my journey as a young Black woman from Watts, and I've been through a lot of abuse and all kind of things. And also it's about the music. I've taken the history of the music back to the plantation, really, where it all comes from, gospel, because I'm my roots are gospel music, and so I told those stories because I had been doing a lot of ancestry work, and that ancestry is a part of my Afro-American experience and my family's Afro-American experience in America. So it's very, the book is very kind of socio-political as well, and it talks about those times, coming through those times, and then my journey in the music business, ending up being an ICAT with the Ike and Tina Turner Review without ever even thinking about being a professional singer or being in the industry. And then that journey through those years with Ike and Tina that brought me to the UK and connected me with the Rolling Stones, and there I was right in the middle of the whole. I came out of the Civil Rights Revolution. I come out of the Civil Rights Revolution into the Rock and Roll Revolution, which was really big changes on many levels, like in just living in an integrated society, and and having relationships with white men that was like taboo back in those days. So I sort of crossed a lot of lines in my career, and bringing my children to the UK and my children growing up here, and it's a pretty unique life that I've had, and I've worked with a lot of people. People always say, "Oh wow, she knows this was they were my peers. We were all kids. We grew up together in the '60s. So I don't just drop names. Those were my friends. We grew up. It's not a kiss and tell story. Those were my lovers and my friends. I was an artist in my own right. I became an artist in my own right by living here in the UK. I wasn't before. I was just singing. I never even thought about having a career of my own.
And it's called Soul Survivor. I take it you've had to survive quite a lot there.
I have, as a woman in the industry, as a Black woman in the industry, as a mother, as a woman, period. Surviving, all the different decades and time changes, and but the music industry especially, I've really survived the majority of my time in the music industry. I've been an independent artist, so I haven't had the support system behind me to take me to the level of that could be possible for the work that I've done, for my contribution to the music industry. I've contributed a lot. And so, but it's all about right now, what's happening now. It won't be Christmas without you is happening. Soul Survivor is happening. The New Adventures of P.P. Arnold, the album that Steve Craddock produced, is happening. The Turning Tide album is still happening. I have a box set that's being released next year as well. That's going to have a lot of music that was never released and lots of demos and things. So I'm looking forward to that as well. And I'm also looking forward to recording with Patrick and Mark, the Metrophonic team. We're going to start recording an album that hopefully will be released at the same time that the paperback version of Soul Survivor is going to be released next year. So, I'm busy. I've got loads of possibilities and opportunities, so I'm just trying to stay strong and stay positive and keep it moving.
And what else is coming up for you? Do you have plans on top of that?
Well, that's a lot right there.
Certainly is.
I mean, that's going to take me to That's going to take me. I've got plans up until like, the big plan is like, I really need to find the right agent that's going to like book me gigs so that I can sing,
Yeah.
So I haven't been able to, I'm waiting, but it's the end of the year. I'd really like to be able to say to everybody that I've got gigs booked for next year, that I'm going to be like performing in more festivals and things next year, but I don't know that yet. But I'm praying and I'm hoping that happens on top of the music being released, the box set being released, this record, Soul Survivor hardback and the paperback that's being released. I'm working, I'm bringing it, so I'm just hoping that I get a chance to. Right now, it's like my profile is sky high, and I've got like nearly 55 years of credibility behind me. So it would be nice to like really have a really good, I'm ready for some higher ground.
Yes.
Higher ground, so that I can be able to do my thing without being stressed out totally all the time and things like that. It's a difficult business. It's a hard business, and it is just that. It's the music business. You have to, it's not just about you. You're part of you're as strong as your team is. So it's about having a strong team. At the moment, my team is looking really good. Like I got All About Promo, Amanda and Tom, those guys. They worked with me on the New Adventures album and tour, and so it's like family with them. And Simon Long, my solicitor, he's just been great. He's just like brought it for me, helped me, keep it going through many, many, many years. I've known Simon for a long time. The Metrophonic team, they're strong. I have a woman, Heather Taylor, who's working with me. So hopefully it's going to be the team that will be able to lift me and help me project like I need to in order to survive in the industry.
And what are you up to for Christmas? Anything fun?
Well, I haven't really thought about it yet, other than because I'm working. I'm assuming I'm just working right now, just like promoting this record and everything. My family is here. My son, one of my sons, is here, and my grandson and my son's family. So I'm sure it'll be the Christmas dinner, but I don't have any other plans. I haven't really focused on the festive part yet because I'm just trying to work hard and hopefully be able to open up some doors for 2023.
Well, the new single is called It Won't Be Christmas Without You, and the paperback of the autobiography Soul Survivor will be out in early 2023. Have I got all that right?
Well, I think so. I'm being told that it's going to be out. The paperback will be out around Mother's Day. When is Mother's Day in 2023?
A few weeks before Easter, sometime in March.
Yeah, something like that. So I got a lot of work to do, like in the studio, trying to like get this album done and finished so that it can be released at the same time as the paperback. But the hardback is out now. You can buy the hardback, Amazon and most bookstores. Like I said, it's number 1820 for 2022 in Rough Trade Charts and Uncut Magazine. So it's available. You can buy the hardback now.
Excellent.
And there's also an audio. I've done an audio book as well.
Did you record that?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And that's on Amazon.
Do you do any
Yeah.
singing in the audiobook, or is it just
I do.
reading it?
I do. I
Wow.
did. I did. I made sure that I did. I did.
Yeah.
I didn't do as much as I wanted to do, but as I like talk about the different music through the years and the times of things that I did, I sing little bits and pieces from things, and some of the gospel stuff. I, break out the song from time to time. Yeah, I would like to have done a lot more, but it was like I didn't really have a lot of time to do the audiobook. So it was done kind of quickly. But yeah, I stuck some singing off in there for sure.
Yeah. Well, many thanks for talking to us today. It's been great to have you on, and have a smashing Christmas.
Yeah, you too, Toby. I see you are in the spirit. I'm going to get in the spirit like you now, It's like, it won't be Christmas, baby. Ooh, Christmas. All right. Merry Christmas, everybody.